I'm standing in the Guadalupe River, and right now it looks quite empty. But during the height of the rainy season, water can rise much higher and closer to those tents behind me. On November 26, Valley Water's Board of Directors voted to abate and possibly fine unhoused residents hundreds of dollars if they choose not to move further away from its waterways and creeks. I'm here at Columbus Park in San Jose. It's around 2 p.m. right now, and the heat is feeling brutal. As you can see on the weather app, it's around 98 degrees right now. So let's go talk to some of the residents and see how they're handling the heat. Most are used to having access to a shower or a toilet at all times. Unhoused residents don't have the same access. This is where Dignity on Wheels comes in. I'm here at Columbus Park in San Jose. It's around 2 p.m. right now, and the heat is feeling brutal. As you can see on the weather app, it's around 98 degrees right now. So let's go talk to some of the residents and see how they're handling the heat. This is Pauline. She is unhoused and has been living at Columbus Park for 7 years. This is how she cools off at the local dog park when the temperature rises to uncomfortable levels.
I'm going to take full advantage right now of this heat and wash some blankets and hang them up and for them to dry and take my dog a bath.
Pauline says she does her best to cool down because she's worried the heat might be too much for her to handle.
I don't have air conditioner, so it's just at night, when it gets hot, during the daytime, you could pass out,
Advocates say the city needs to do more to help unhoused residents escape the hot sun.
It seems like the city's response to it is just, non-existent. They haven't changed anything as far as how they handle people on the street. They're still sweeping camps. They're still pushing people, out of the shady areas and off into the streets.
The city says they are unable to increase the number of people they house during hot or cold weather seasons because it takes years to build housing.
A storm in the winter or a heat wave in the summer is not addressed by building housing, which, again, takes years to do. So if we had housing for people, then they would not be outside.
As of right now, advocates and city workers will continue to pass out water at different encampments. In San Jose, Alina, Update News. Most are used to having access to a shower or a toilet at all times. Unhoused residents don't have the same access. This is where Dignity on Wheels comes in. This is Christina Obregon. She likes to bring her granddaughter to Dignity on Wheels so they both can take a shower.
I feel comfortable taking showers here. Yeah, and I don't want to be dirty, so that's why I come here.
Dignity on Wheels is a nonprofit that provides shower, restroom, and laundry services to the unhoused community.
They have shower rooms in them that have a shower stall and a vanity. And some of them actually are a full bathroom. They have a shower stall, a vanity, and a toilet.
The trailers visit the same spots twice a week to give unhoused residents the chance to feel clean and fresh. Many unhoused residents like Obregon and her granddaughter use the shower services to take care of their hygiene needs before going to work or school.
I don't want her to go to school dirty and be stinky and smelling. Then her friends are going to say, oh, what happened? You haven't taken a shower? And no, so that's why we come here.
Before Dignity on Wheels, Obregon had to find different ways to clean herself and her granddaughter in public restrooms.
I go to the park, and I'll go to the faucet and I'll wash my hair.
Russia, who is unhoused and a full-time student, said it's important for him to feel clean before going to class at San Jose City College.
Because I have to go see them classes. I don't want anybody smelling me.
To prepare for the upcoming winter season, Blount said Dignity on Wheels and its staff are preparing to drive to warming centers around the Bay Area. To find when and where Dignity on Wheels will park, check out the nonprofit's website. In San Jose, Alina, Update News. Here at Columbus Park, many unhoused residents live next to litter because they don't have access to dumpsters to toss their own trash. On Saturday morning, 24 volunteers came out to help pick up some of that litter. These volunteers are from the Trash Punks, a nonprofit that aims to help pick up litter one piece at a time. Right now, they are helping to tidy up Francis Klein's living space.
When I woke up this morning, there was a bunch of people outside. Well, not like outside of my spot, but there's cars pulling up and those green trash bins were there.
The volunteer group helps to pick up litter at different parks and creeks in the South Bay every Saturday. Organizers say cleaning these areas helps both unhoused community members and the local ecosystem.
We're volunteers. We're not here to take your personal belongings. That's not what we do. What we care about is the environment. And if we don't take care of the environment, no one's going to have a place to live at all.
To ensure that volunteers don't accidentally toss any personal items, organizers were there to ask unhoused residents what to throw away.
We always ask before we start cleaning up trash around their encampment or around their home. What we perceive as trash could be somebody's personal belongings.
Not all the unhoused residents felt comfortable having the volunteers come to the park. One resident wants to see the community support the unhoused residents in a different way.
None of these people that come here like these outreaches and volunteers and so on and so forth, They never actually come here and ask what people need and then actually fulfill any of those things that they easily can do.
Here at Columbus Park, you can see where the volunteers help to pick up trash. Volunteers were, however, instructed not to enter this side of the park. Organizers say they plan to bring volunteers back to help pick up more trash in the near future. In San Jose, Alina, Update News. A yoga center has opened in San Francisco to connect people to their spiritual side. Reporter Sean Robertson has the story. SJ People's Party will be hosting its vigil and march on Saturday at St. James Park. The vigil starts at 5 p.m. and volunteers plan to chant and drum loudly to express their support for the trans community. We turn our attention to what was and might still be a growing issue affecting students at San Jose State University. Students had grown frustrated with the long wait for the middle class scholarship, but it looks as though the wait is over. Here's reporter Mohammed Ajimi with more information surrounding the scholarship. If you're struggling to make plans because of the rain, our reporter Vincent Rapena has some ideas for you in his weekend roundup. San Jose State University is facing a lawsuit against one of its women's volleyball players. The player is senior co-captain Brooke Slusser. She and others filed the lawsuit on November 13th. They are seeking a court-ordered injunction that would ban SJSU from allowing a player whom Slusser identified as transgender to compete in the Mountain West Conference tournament that takes place from November 27th through the 30th in Las Vegas. SJSU's athletics director, Jeff Kanya, released a statement saying all of the SJSU athletes comply with NCAA and Mountain West Conference policies. He said the volleyball team members have earned the right to compete, and that SJSU is deeply disappointed for them for being denied opportunities because of these cancellations and forfeits. The lawsuit accuses SJSU's women's volleyball head coach Todd Kress, other SJSU faculty member, and Mountain West Commissioner Gloria Neves of manipulating conference rules. Kress said in a statement that no one could have imagined what the team would go through and described the experience as a big roller coaster. Both Kanya and Kress commented on the team's perseverance and determination to stay together as a team. SJU said in an email statement that it had received a copy of the 132-page lawsuit and wouldn't comment on its claims. 11 people have joined Slusser in the lawsuit, which includes 2 former Spartan women volleyball players, a former SJSU associate head coach, and 8 players from the 4 teams that have forfeited games against the Spartans, including Nevada, Utah State, Wyoming, and Boise State.